What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Semiconductor giant TSMC has seen its fourth consecutive month of shrinking revenue. On Monday, Taiwan's most valuable company reported it made about $5 billion in June. That's over 10% less than in May, and also more than 10% less than it made in June last year. The report comes just days after Taiwan reported the biggest drop in monthly exports since 2009. The Finance Ministry said the 14-year low was caused by weak demand for high-tech products like the ones TSMC helps produce. Rights groups have gathered in the central city of Taichung to remember the people killed and injured in May's deadly metro crash. Bing Wang was there.
Human rights groups marched to Taichung City Hall in central Taiwan to protest the government's lack of transparency regarding its investigation into a recent deadly train accident. 2 months ago, 1 person was killed and 10 others injured when a train failed to stop after a crane fell from a high-rise building onto the track. A video later surfaced showing it took 41 seconds before the train hit the brakes. The deadly train accident has renewed scrutiny of the metro system's safety guidelines. Activists say it's taking too long for the Taichung city government to conduct an investigation.
They should release the more related information to the public and to tell us who was the responsible to the accident, the tragedy, and also what could be done to prevent all this tragedy happen in the future.
Human rights groups say it is not only doing a disservice to Xiaoliuqiu, the woman who was killed in an accident, but to the general public.
那这不仅是为xiaoliuqiu讨公道，其实也是为了全民，为了台中市民，然后为了台湾的全民，针对这个公共安全的促进，我们希望可以尽一份力。
So far, the metro has announced new protocols, strengthening safety standards for future accidents. But activists say that's not enough. There needs to be an overhaul of the entire system, not just in Taichung, but all over Taiwan. Patrick Chen and Bing Wang in Taichung for TaiwanPlus.
An American woman who was separated from her Taiwanese birth parents as a toddler has come back to the country to try and find them. Louise Watt reports.
就上尾巴0年代的台北，我的幼儿名叫。
Paramedic Kuo Downing-Rees was adopted and taken to the United States at age 3. Now, Chinese is a foreign language to her. She is known since childhood of her Taiwanese origins, but her name and date of birth were falsified. She believes she was one of dozens of children who were sold without the knowledge of their parents to foreigners by a baby export syndicate that came to light in the 1980s. Now Downing-Rees is in Taiwan with her adoptive mother to search for her birth parents.
Knowing your roots helps you develop as a person. It's a hard thing to describe, that sense of loss, but I've always wanted to feel that and just know where I come from.
She's brought baby photos with her, has taken a DNA test, and showed journalists a mole on her neck in hopes that her parents will recognize her.
I understand that they may not be alive still, or their circumstances, they may have moved, but that's why I said even if I don't meet my birth parents, my mother and father, I would still be interested in meeting anyone in my family.
A child welfare organization is helping her and other suspected victims of the baby export syndicate.
呼吁政府能做更多的，就是因为其实除了双航资讯中心，这是一个社工服务以外，其实非常的仰赖其他的机关的协助。
Downing-Rees has already been searching for several years. She says growing up, she was proud of her Taiwanese identity. Now she wants to know if she has any siblings and longs to reunite with her family of origin. Alex Chen and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Following that first report, our reporter Louise Watt was able to meet up with Guo Reese and accompany her on her search.
US helicopter paramedic Kuo Reese is back in the land of her birth, searching for clues to her identity. She was taken abroad from Taiwan at the age of 3, but suspects she was a victim of a child trafficking ring that came to light in the 1980s. She says she felt a void growing up in the US.
To be able to look someone in the face and see you, things that represent you back at you, like you do normally with your family, you don't think about. I think that would be an amazing feeling.
But searching for her parents is an uphill task when she doesn't know their real names, the name they gave her, or even her date of birth. Her adoption was brokered by a woman later convicted of forging documents. Now 42, Reese is back in Taiwan, visiting an indigenous village outside the capital Taipei because of a genealogy test that suggests she is partly indigenous. The 1970s and 80s were a time when adoptions from Asia to the West were growing. This also led to illegal adoptions, where children, often from indigenous areas like this one, were sold without their parents' consent, cast as orphans, or with traffickers pretending to be their parents. Accompanying Reese on her journey is her adoptive mother, Mary Reese, who was told the mother of the baby she was adopting had given birth out of wedlock and then married a man who didn't want to bring up the child.
My daughter would very much love to find her biological family. But I know she has it in her heart. If she doesn't, she's come back knowing the Taiwanese culture and things that I couldn't teach her.
Her trip to Taiwan is nearly over, and despite not finding her family, Reese feels she's made progress. A government office says it will help contact the couple registered as her birth parents, and she found a document that suggests she may have had a twin, who was also sent abroad. Reese is also given a DNA swab that will be added to Taiwan's police system, possibly helping to identify someone from her family. And she'll be leaving Taiwan with a better understanding of its culture.
So obviously the outline is Taiwan. The temple that I went to, that I prayed and did the guapue at, the 101 building, because we keep passing it and seeing the 101 building, and then I have it on my left arm, next to my heart. So this trip will always be next to my heart, because it means so much, this trip.
As Reese prepares to return to New York, she will forever be marked by this time in Taiwan. Still hopeful she'll one day find the missing piece of herself. Leon Lien and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's southern outlying island of Xiaoliuqiu welcomed a special visitor on Sunday, a deity from the nearby port city of Kaohsiung. The deity came as part of a pilgrimage that attracted over 1,000 worshippers. Xiaoliuqiu is a popular vacation spot famous for its beaches, turtles, and temples. Those who accompanied the deity on its visit say they had to book their hotel rooms 4 months in advance to beat the summer vacation crowds. It also took multiple ferry services to bring them all over.
因为人数非常多，所以它需要包5条船。之前其实偶尔也会有的，这种绕境活动都会以包含，只是说今天的活动是真的比较盛大。
A choir of indigenous Taiwanese children has come first in a competition in Germany. The Puzangalan Children's Choir won the children's category at the Johannes Brahms Choir Festival and Competition. It was held in the scenic town of Wernigerode. The singers are Paiwan, one of Taiwan's 16 recognized indigenous people groups. They beat out 2 other choirs, one from China and another from Taiwan. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of the LGBTQ Pride Parade in Cologne, Germany. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.